Hi guys, and welcome to my Banished inspired Sims 3 Let's Play. If you don't know what is Banished, Banished is a game where the whole idea is that you build a working town, a sustainable town, and you start with a handful of families and you are thrown in the middle of the forest, and you basically start out by collecting resources and collecting food and building a functional village where your people can then live and survive. And I actually got Banished when it came out in 2018, and I did play it a little bit. I did really like it, but I didn't really get into it that much. But for some reason, at the beginning of this year, I really got bitten by the Banished bug, and I just really wanted to play it. So I started my game, and for 2 weeks, I didn't play anything else. And I really enjoyed playing, but I did get very fast, very frustrated that you can't control the people that are in your town. You can only control the town from a top view, and you can tell them to build something here or do this, and you can increase the priority of different jobs, but you can't really click on a person and say do this specific thing. And there were a lot of occasions when I was really frustrated with the lack of micromanagement. For example, there was one very harsh winter. I had a household where the man was a fisherman, the woman was a hunter, and they still starved to death because they were too stupid to eat the food that was in their inventory. Or then there was occasions where I was collecting resources to build something, and I only needed one more piece of stone to build the house or whatever, and there were people running around town with that one stone in their inventory, and I couldn't tell anybody just drop the damn stone on the building construction lot and let me build. But no, the stone had to come from all over, from the other side of the map. There's some person comes bringing the stone. Things like these really annoyed me, and I thought, well, maybe what I want to play is a medieval Sim 3 game. But the thing is that I really like the building aspect of Banished. So I decided that, okay, I don't want to play just a medieval Sims 3 gameplay. I want to play Banished in the Sims 3. Which of course meant I had to make a new mod for this game. And I will show you that mod a little bit later on. But let's start with introducing my family. This is the Smith family. Currently, they have different last names because they are not married right now. The way I started this wood was basically, well, first of all, I didn't create these Sims. I downloaded them, and I will try to find the person from whom I downloaded these Sims and link her Tumblr to the description. But basically I started out with 6 Sims, 3 girls and 3 guys, and I just put them in the same residential lot, and the first person of the opposite sex that you talk to, that was your wife. So that's how I decided which Sims are a pair. And I cheated a little bit so that the pairs had they were friends enough that they could share a tent, so they could both sleep in the tent. But other than that, I didn't do anything with them. It's Wednesday, this round of course started on Sunday, and only yesterday did they actually kiss for the first time, because first of all they have been miserable and then it just took me some time to get their relationship up so that they could be romantic. And because I'm not using woohooer, it is much harder to get Sims together without woohooer. They haven't woohooed yet, so there's still that to achieve in this lot. Oh, I'm thinking that Is that like something to collect? We'll have to check that out. It might be a seed. Anyhow, what else do I want to show from this? Well, everything, of course. I still have to show you the map, but I'm trying to wait until it's more light in here, so we can then see better, because now it is not even 6 o'clock in the morning. But I can show you their lot. This is the Smith lot. And all my like 3 households started like in a lot very similar to this. So they have a tent, and they have like laundry things, because I really like to do laundry. But I did notice that because they don't have any rooms in here, no laundry is generated. So I guess until I get a house built, there is no laundry. So they get like all of them have a wagon or something that represents how they came to this world. In here we have all the food. So I did give them 3 ration boxes, like each family got 3 ration boxes to start off, and this is where they're keeping their food until they have a fridge. And they have started a little garden. Everybody has a bathroom, like a bush bathroom, so the girls can use the toilet. And let me show you the other household. This household, I wonder whose name I'm supposed to. I think I'm going to go with the Bruce last name in this household, because this is very like long. I'm never going to remember her last name. So Bruce. And these guys are my fishermen. Oh, these guys do have laundry. So I don't know why my other household is not having any laundry. Anyhow, this is their a lot. They're going to be fishermen. That's why I gave them this boat. So they somehow came here with a boat. I don't know how, because this is actually a lake, not like the sea. And then the last household is here. Oh, they're sleeping, so I can't tell you what's the last name of this household. I'll show you these guys. Oh, okay, I can tell from here. So this is the wolf and green household, like seems. I'm not as sure whose last name we are going to take, because I do like both of them, both of the last names. So again, they also have this wagon here that they came with, and that's pretty much it. These are the households that I have, and my guys are having breakfast. Currently, the only thing they can eat is fish. And I need to send them fishing. Yeah, he still has acne, the poor guy. Find some seeds. Okay, this is something we can do. I think, where did I see the seed? That might be a seed there. No, I just started this hood. So, no, it was not a seed. I just started this hood, so I've noticed that there's not a lot of things yet spawned in here. Oh, and I do have to say that if this is the first time you're watching any of my videos, then welcome. And I do want to mention that when I'm recording, I don't have the sound, like game sounds on. So I don't hear anything that's happening in the game. And that's because if I have game sounds on, like I'm using my headset, then when I'm editing, I can't get the game sounds to appear on the video. So I have to play without any sounds on, and then that way I can have then sounds on the video. But I do need to check that if I'm using, because at least I noticed this when I'm using my Bluetooth headset, but I do have to check this. Does this also happen if I have an USB headset? So, but for this video there is no game sounds when I'm playing, but there should be game sounds when you are watching the video. So if my sim is on fire and it's behind the camera, I have no idea. They can scream their lungs out and I would have no idea. But anyhow, let's start our day. he can tend the garden. I'm going to show you at 7 o'clock. I will show you this world. And you, my darling, you could actually go and do some fishing. She likes fishing, so she is my fisherwoman. You can fish until we have 5 fishes. And I am playing this game in EA speed because otherwise it is maybe a little bit too slow, and I do want things to move on like easily, like not easily but like smoothly. When I'm playing my main HUD, I have this game speed slowed 30%, and that gives me so much more time in the day to get things done. I do feel sometimes when I'm playing in normal EA speed that I have no time to do anything during the day. It goes so fast. Yay, we have... Does she have... No, she doesn't have yet gardening skill. Like, she started this garden, and she's the one who doesn't have any gardening skills. Okay, let me show you the world. I think some of you might have already, like when we saw it, a little bit like understand where we are. But let me show you. The world I'm using is an edited version of Praven, and this was edited by Grusim. And thank you for the person who told me that this world exists, because Grusim doesn't have an like a public page for this world, and I did actually ask her permission that if it's okay that I link to the file that she has uploaded, and she said it is okay. So if you are interested in this world, the link to it is in the description. And what Grusim did in this world was basically like she made Praven smaller. Like, Praven is such a stunning world, but it was so big, and that made it very laggy. And the biggest thing she did was that she removed, I don't know where it was actually, maybe somewhere here, there was like an island and a fortress and a huge village in here, and she removed that one because that was really slowing things down. So and what I did here was that I basically deleted all the lots from this world. There wasn't many lots. They were like, there was a village in here that I deleted because I wanted to like plan my own village and build my own village. And there were some lots in here that I deleted. The only thing I didn't delete was this in here, because I kind of like this whole idea of like burned, like this is like an abandoned quarry, not quarry, like a thing that you get rocks from. Mine. Yeah, this is an abandoned mine, and I guess the story is that there was a huge fire in here because these slots are burned here. And I didn't delete this because I like the idea of this abandoned village in here, and I actually want to have ghosts in here. Like, I'm thinking of maybe creating some sims just to make them into ghosts and then have them living here. Not like living here, I'll have their tombs in here, so then if you ever come here to maybe spend the night or something, there's like ghosts roaming around. But I'm not that far yet. So this I kept. Everything else I basically deleted. There is a subway here. I need to remove that one because I don't really want the subway in there. The only community lot I have built is this one. This is kind of like, the idea behind this lot is that because there is here like access to water, I'm thinking like this is the spot where they come to do some trading. And I have the consignment store in here, but honestly I have not seen the consignment store lady. Oh, there are seeds in there. I I haven't seen the consignment store lady actually come to work ever, so I'll need to check that out. What else? What else? Maybe I'll have to add her somewhere, like it's one lot here somewhere, and then make her the consignment lady so she can actually come to work, because there are no roads in this world. They are just like pathways. So maybe it just takes her so long time to come to work. So I'll have to check that out. But anyhow, these are just deco. And the idea is that if my Sims want to consign anything, they have to come to this slot to do some trading. And the reason I added this slot so far away, well, first of all was because there was the dock in here, and the other one is that this is medieval times. If you want to go trading, you have to go somewhere like far away. You just can't go to the corner shop and do your stuff. So that's why that's there. And yeah, this is kind of this does have access to the like sea, but you can't actually access the sea from here because this basically blocks it. So my guys are living near a lake, not the sea. But anyhow, this is okay. I do want to actually go to Edit Town for a moment. So this is how I planned my like village that I want to build. I have already named like what lots of these are going to be. This is going to be a church. This is going to be the town hall. This is my town square. The tavern will be here. And this is the pier. Except the pier, I'm thinking maybe I want it to be a little bit longer. So, and the idea is that I actually build everything from scratch because these guys are banished from their previous towns. I don't know what kind of things they did to get banished, but they were banished. So that's the idea basically. And let me finish with gardening and then I will show you the mod very fast. And this is like stunning, this world. Like both the original creator and Grusim did a fantastic job in here. Of course, all of my Sims, they do have the no bills ever reward because like if this is medieval times and they are living in the middle of nowhere, there are no bills, of course. Anyhow, this is the new mod. Like some of you might know this mod already, at least half of it. This is the original Anvil mod that I created, like I think that was also 5 years ago. And I have done some changes here, and the biggest change is that I have added an inventory in here. And there's another change is that you can actually like have two different versions of this object. You can have a workbench or you can have an anvil. And as you can see now, it is an anvil. And if you want to create anything, you have to add some raw materials into here. Do I have any raw materials? I have something cool. Anyhow, so if you want, let's say I want to do something, I have to have the mallet and I have to have the tongue in my Sims inventory. Otherwise, you can't create anything. And then, of course, you have to have some items. So let's add some raw materials in here. And now that I have raw materials, I can forge stuff. And then, of course, if I don't have anything, you can't forge anything because you need raw materials to forge something. And you can use anything that's draggable as raw material. I didn't make any restrictions that it has to be only wood or metal or stone because there are so many items in this game. And of course, like people are creating still mods, so maybe somebody will at some point create another like item that would be perfect as a raw material, and you want to use that one. So basically you can do anything. You can add like seeds or flowers or whatever as your raw material. The game doesn't, like the mod doesn't care. It only like is interested in the value of the item. So if we add this one there it will, the 38 simoleons, that's the only thing it cares about. It doesn't care like what is the actual item is, but I give you the freedom to use this mod as you want. If you want to build something using only tomatoes, you are free to do that. But the way I am like using this mod is that if I'm building something that I know is built from stone or metal, then I use that as the raw material and give myself a bit of a challenge that I have to collect a specific type of raw material and use it in this mod. So you are free to use anything as raw material, and you can be either as loose or strict as you want. I don't judge you. And the other setting is the workbench setting. So if you have this set as a workbench, the only thing you can create are bricks. And you need to have the mallet in your inventory to use the workbench. You don't need this tongue if you're using the workbench. And the same thing is that you have to have raw materials to build a brick. And you can see that the value of the brick that we are creating is 70 simoleons. And you can change this brick value to anything you want. But 70 simoleons is currently this default value, because 70 simoleons is the value of one piece of wall. And my idea behind this is that I build one brick worth 70 simoleons, then I sell it, and then I can build one piece of wall. So let's do that. And I do have to say that you need to be a little bit careful with raw materials in the way that there is no high math in this object. Like it just takes the first like piece of raw material it finds in the inventory of the object. Then it checks if the value is equal or bigger than the brick that you are creating. If not, it will just take the second piece of like item and then create, and then make the same check again. So let's say if you're making a brick that's value 70 simoleons, and you have a piece of wood that's 69 simoleons, it will check if it's enough. If it's not, it will just take the second piece of whatever there is in the inventory. And if the second item is like a gem worth 5,000 simoleons, it will just take that and build you one brick. So you need to do a little bit of resource like management when you are building. So if we want to make I can't check the value from here. So this is like, okay, let's like 92. I don't think I have exactly 70. So now we can construct a big brick. And this mod is still a work in progress. Like I was supposed to playtest this in my main HUD, but I have currently winter in my main HUD, and I was having so much trouble finding raw materials that I didn't actually get to playtest this. I have just like created the mod and then playtested it in my test HUD. And as I said, this is a work in progress. The animation I'm using in the workbench is the animation where Sims upgrade something with a hammer. And currently the Sims don't like hold the hammer correctly, as you can see. But I am working with MS Poodle on this mod. Like she is fixing the animations, because when you extract animations from The Sims Medieval, there's like one pixel, I don't know if it's called pixel, but one point in the animation that basically is that it's it should be somewhere here, but it is somewhere like up there as. And you don't actually notice this problem unless a sim is wearing a long skirt, and then the skirt is like there, like the one bit of the skirt is up there, and she's fixing that one. And when she explained to me, like she needs to fix it manually in each frame of the animation, which sounds horrible. And then she said that she also like needs to do it in the one sitting because you can't save that thing that she's doing. I don't know anything about animation, so I'm just paraphrasing what I remember from her email. So, and she's also going to fix this mallet. Like this works perfectly when this is being used as an anvil. But in this animation it doesn't. So she will try to fix it so that this works in both animations, but if it doesn't work, then she will maybe make me a version where this is a prop, and then I will fix the jazz file so it uses the prop instead of the item in the inventory. But we'll have to see how that works. And then she is building me something to put on top of the workbench, because this doesn't look very workbenchy. But there is actually here a spot that you can add items, like a deco spot. So if this, like, I was thinking about some kind of a board that you just put on top of this and it looks more like, I don't know, let's see what she comes up with. But anyhow, we are building our brick. This doesn't give you any skill, but you can change what skill is used in the construction of either brick or anvil. So basically, if you have a higher skill level, it takes less time to construct anything. And this is the brick that we got. See, oh, she's also making me a brick that doesn't have a face on. So this is currently our brick. And now you can see we have like 0 simoleons. So I can now sell this and go and build another bit of wall. It's a little bit in the way. Yay, we have another bit of a wall. And now we have, this is now like 0 simoleons. And let's say I want to at some point have a door. So I can just like first just decide which door I want. Or like 45 simoleons. So if I want to build the door, I would just then set this to 45. Construct a brick that's 45 simoleons worth, and then sell it when it's done, and then get my door. And I know this is like very micromanaging and very maybe tedious as well, but this is how I want to do this. And in my and you don't have to like make it wall by wall. In my main hood, I actually have one family that's living in a house that's too small for them, and I want them to move to another house. So the other house is about 15,000 simoleons. So my goal in that family is that I collect enough raw materials to build one brick worth 15,000 simoleons. So then when I get the brick, I can sell it and then buy the new house. So you can like play with this as you wish. I know 99% of simmers will not care about this mod, but this is catering to the 1% who wants to really like be micromanaging every aspect and pretending that they are actually building their house by hand. And when it comes to building the town, for example, like the first thing I want the town to build is a well, so that they can then have like water basically in the town, because currently they don't have a well, which means that they only can sponge bathe. And when they get the well, they can actually then use, like I unlock bathtubs for them and showers. But until then, until we have a town well, we don't have bathtubs. And the way I'm going to do the town well is that I want them to, like all the families, to work together to create the town well. And the well costs like 1,600. So what I do is that every single household has to build a brick that's worth 600 simoleons, and then I just add them to the plot where I want the well. And when I have all of the 3 bricks here, I will just go to build and buy mode and delete the bricks and add a well. And the same thing I'm going to do with the church and whatever they build, like community lots, is that everybody will chip in and do a little bit. In my main hood, I don't do it like this in this detail, but for example, my town, currently I decided in my town that I want to have a bench in my park. So I have one guy who is like the carpenter in the hood, so I give him the task of finding enough wood from the town to build this one brick worth 500 simoleons, because that's the price of the bench that I want to build. So when he is done with that, I'll have him sell it, and then I can actually build, add a bench to the park. So that's how basically I'm giving him commissions to build me things that I want. But you can use this mod as you wish. I have no idea when this mod is coming out, because MS Poodle is busy and I'm busy, and there's real life to handle. So, and why is my brick still here? Is this a bug? I don't know if this was a bug. I guess it was a bug. So I am embracing the bug and building another wall. What do you want to do? Clean. Okay, you do that. So this is the new mod, and I actually I tried to record this intro video last week. I took so many retakes and I just couldn't get it to work properly. And then I did get one version that was okay, but I didn't actually oh, okay, you go and weed that. I didn't actually like how it turned out, so I just gave up. And today is 1 week later, and I'm finally managed to do this intro, and I'm very happy about this. Now, if you follow my Moonlight Falls series, you know that in there I actually record every single day I play in there. But I'm not going to do that in this Let's Play. Instead, I'm going to do so that I play mostly off camera, and then maybe 1 or 2 days I spend with these guys I record. So it's going to be more like my previous Let's Plays, because I don't want to play this world off camera as well, if I feel like playing medieval. They want a fridge. The fridge is 500 simoleons, so I need to collect enough raw materials for a 500 simoleon fridge. I don't want... And this is super micromanagement, I know. Oh, this was 77. Okay, this is not so expensive. This is not expensive. This was actually more expensive than that. I absolutely love organizing my Sims inventory. I'm taking the non-expensive ones and using them as because you need firewood to light the fire. So I'm going to use the less expensive one and firewood, and the more expensive ones I will use as raw materials. And So how much do we now have in here? Nothing else we can use. I could of course add the flowers in here, but because I don't want to, I want them. Oh, we have raw materials 736. Okay, that's cool. Which is the fridge I want them to buy? 500 simoleons. So when he's done, we can make our brick. And there's probably like a lot of, they can manually, like autonomously construct a brick. If there is raw materials in here and they have this anvil in their inventory, okay, if I remember how I coded this, they shouldn't, when they do it autonomously, they should only do the animations and not actually create a brick. Because sometimes you might just want to have a sim look like he's working. And the same thing with the Anvil version. If you want to have them look like they are working, but they don't really working, if they have to have this mallet and the tongue in the inventory, and there has to be something in here, raw materials, and then they will do the animations. And how long it takes to construct a brick, it is actually like depending on the value of the brick you are making. So now you can see we can continue the brick. It wasn't completed. If you don't want to like continue with this brick, you can just like change it to anvil and then back again, and it will then like reset everything. I'm still like working on how to do some things. And I want to have the icon in here where you have the green thing in here that you can see the progress, because currently you can't see it. Okay, let's save. You know, last week when I was trying to record the video and explain how this mod works, I don't know why it's like I always make it sound very complicated when it's actually not. So let's sell our brick. Let's buy the fridge. Well, we can put it anywhere for now because we don't have a house. We don't have a kitchen. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why I have here these outlines, is because this is like the size of the house I want to build them, so it's easier for me to like construct it when I know like what's the size. So it's a little bit for like help for me. And okay, I want to have a counter as well, because you can't really do much with a fridge if you don't have a counter. And the most medievally counter I have, this festival counter, is 155. And we still have, oh, we have enough raw material to actually build it. So let's construct that brick as well. Okay, find some seeds. Okay, did we get our brick? Yay! And now we buy a counter, which means that today they can actually like eat. I know it's not very medievally, but peanut butter sandwiches. So, and I did have to say that if you are looking for a realistic medieval gameplay, this is not the gameplay for you. This is so unrealistic. Like, I'm not super strict about things, but I do have, for example, I haven't yet, like I don't have a default replacement for everything in the game to be medievally. I don't have yet the replacement for the clothing. I need to download that. And there's some gardening things that they do that is not very, like the watering can is not yet replaced, and there were some other things I still need to replace. But what else did I want to say? And also, I don't think her outfit is very medieval-y, but I really like this outfit, so I have all my ladies using it, just in different colors. Okay, she's almost done catching the fishes. And you, my sir, how much material I still have? 0. You, good sir, actually could go and search for... Ooh, there are some rocks in here. Like, this is the first time I actually see any like rocks generated in this world. Like this rock in here. This is for the woodcutter mod. Like, I need to really find some materials because I need to build them, like finish the house, just the bare basic, before it is winter, because otherwise they're going to die. I'm trying not to like cut down all the trees, because I do need the other household also to have access to trees, but I could actually cut this one. I think I added no, I did remove it, but I did add one woodcutter spawner in here, and for some reason the tree came here. I don't know why. So this tree we could actually cut down because it shouldn't be there. I have deleted already the spawner because it was in such a bad place, like where it spawned the tree. So let's clean up this town a little bit. I'm still not sure how I'm going to do trading. Like, I would like, I don't want like every single family to each like round go and walk to the trading post. I want maybe to do it somehow so that maybe I have a trader and like one person collects everything that needs to be traded from all the households and then goes and sells them. So I don't know yet how to do that. Most likely so that the person who is the trader will immediately pay the people whose items he is taking, and when he sells them he gets all the profit. But because I have changed the way the consignment store works so that it's only like you only get like 30% of all the item, like the price, so he can't pay full price of the items that he is collecting from other people. But I don't yet know how I'm going to do that, so we'll have to think about it. Oh, he is so hot. She as well. I hope he doesn't like burst into flames. Ah, 32. Okay, let's collect these and go home. Honey, you need to go into the tent. I think that's the only... Okay, sponge bath. Maybe that will like cool her down. I hope it does. I don't want her to burst into flames. I have the mod. The hair, like her hair without this hat is not very medieval. I need to change that. I have Mingos's mod right now, and I don't honestly yet know, like, if you just woohoo without using try for baby, do you still get pregnant? These guys are not going to have like 1 trillion babies, even though that's very medievally. But also in medieval times, the infant death rate was very high. So actually, even you have like 10 children, you didn't actually end up having... What the hell is this? Oh, relax. You didn't actually end up having like 10 children grow to be adults. So the maximum amount of children is going to be 3. 1 or 2 is better, but 3. Oh, I think maybe she can't get in. Have I blocked your access? Yes, I have. Let me put it here. I hope this helps, because if they die from heat, what the hell? Go back there. Are you laughing at your wife? Oh, it did help. Thank you. I'll let them talk there for a moment. And I can go investigate where do we have raw materials. Like something else has spawned. Oh, there is a seed in here. I don't want that seed. Don't care about that seed. Like nobody has horses or any any animals yet, because you need a stove or you need money to create food for the animals. What are you guys doing? Just chatting in the wagon. Okay, that's nice. Good for you guys. She used to be a werewolf. Like she still has that werewolf teeth, even though I did unwerewolf her. There is nothing else to collect. Okay, let's go back. Oh, hold hands. I don't want them to have actually babies like yet. This is good. 75. Oh, are you arguing? Guys, you need to have babies and get married. Okay, I want this to be 70 because I need to build more walls. Oh, now we can test, like if he does it autonomously, will he get the brick? He shouldn't get the brick. If he gets, I'll need to change the code. Because as I said, I'm still playtesting this mod. Oh, did you get the brick? No, he didn't. He will just do it for fun. I think he should, if its fun is not going up, it should go. Yeah, it's going a little bit. Cool, cool. Actually, it's not going much. Maybe it should go more. I'll have to edit the mod a little bit. And, okay, wash your hands. That's good, dear. Hey, we need to... put the food in here. I don't actually do much with the sweet grass because they don't have yet any tea things. Like in my normal hood, they would never be allowed to eat goldfishes, but this medieval times, you eat what you have. Yeah, there's like no dirty laundry. Okay, do what you want, lady. Except don't make any food. Oh, I should... Oh, are you going to Amor's hug? Okay. And I don't want them to have babies yet. I do want them to have babies a little bit later on because they are so young right now. This relationship is not going very well. Why am I looking at his age? At least there's still romantic interest. 37%. Oh my god. This is never happening. Also, this is never happening. Why don't we apologize? Maybe she can't apologize. Like, he can't. Can she? Oh no, because she's a little bit inappropriate or something. Yes, she can't. Can we just chat? Ask about day. Hello, future wife. How was your day? You look very red.
Libor. Buktur Baripsi.
They have nothing in common. They haven't yet woohooed at all. I never got their like romance so high.
Hey, Letma.
Woman, you need to little bit like calm down. Thanks for cleaning, husband, even though medieval husbands probably didn't clean. And let's talk about gardening. Let's hope the relationship gets high enough so we can woohoo. Maybe not this episode, but hopefully next. Oh, he's humiliated. And wife can actually serve dinner, and the only thing we can do is peanut butter, medieval peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, that's all cool and everything, but analyze all. Maybe they are more expensive than we think. And then you can relax.
Nibleb.
Tomorrow we can continue constructing our walls. We still need quite many. And basically, like all items, like household items, I will have them construct by themselves. Like, I don't just go and give them money and use buy mode. I have to make them first, create the brick for it. Grab a plate. Grab a plate. Why are you using this unmedievally chair when I give you like perfectly good medieval chairs? I wish this game would like have them use the chairs that you have provided, not always generate new ones. Where is he going? He created his own chair there. Like, woman, I'm not talking to you. This is, by the way, I thought first that this is like just deco, but it's actually some kind of like, I guess it is like the same as this one. So it is a fire pit. I'll have to at some point like light the fire so I can see like how does it work. I just added it here because he's going to be the blacksmith of my town and I wanted him to have this object. Can you just like clean that up? And because it is medieval times, we go to bed very early. Fantastic. You just don't. Why are you like laughing at your future wife? Thank you. Oh, we need to put our medieval peanut butter and sandwiches in the fridge so it doesn't get bad. Okay, so my medieval folks are going to bed, and I think I'm going to end this episode here because this was the intro episode. It was so long, but maybe when I'm playing the other guys I might do like a few days with them, not just one. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this episode and see you next time.